What's up, everybody, and welcome to ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news. I'm Drew Bosley. You can find me on Twitter at ArtisticGamer28, and that's the one, the only Scott Savage. You can find him on Twitter at Savage. Scott, what's going on, man?
You know, it's funny. I'm keeping up with Solitaire. I've been playing quite a lot of that on my computer, and there's challenges. You can go back like years and years for challenge weeks. It's insane. I was talking to Nate. There's more of a challenge segment in this game than there is in Halo Infinite.
Ouch. Ouch. Sounds like shots fired there, buddy. That
is a strange one.
that is an oddball one. Even, you know what? Even Ubisoft changed up the way their Battle Pass works. Because before you get a week, and then those weekend Battle Pass challenges would then get wiped, right? They're now actually implemented that they stick around. So you're able to go back and hammer those out when as you slowly progress through the whole Battle Pass from week to week, which is pretty cool. I appreciate that because there's one challenge right now. I don't hang upside down or just hang on the zip line and then snipe through the window. It's not my style. It's just not how I do it. But Crystal, my wife, hammered that one out like instantly. she's always just hanging around sniping people. Glass, gotta love it, dude.
Oh yeah.
People can join us live at 11 a.m. Eastern, usually on time at the official ITG on Twitch. But if you can't join us live over there, hit us up InsideTheGame.ca, podcast services, TV streaming networks around the globe, as well as ITG reviews. Don't forget about us over there. You can join us live as well. But Scott, coming up on today's show, there's a new Black Panther in the game in the works. Yo, man, I got a lot to say about this one. We'll get into that one. Ubisoft says Roller Champions is not canceled after yesterday's little fiasco, and the Lord of the Rings Gollum game gets delayed. Welcome to the world of more delays, Scott. Never ends, does it?
That is the 2020s for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, they just keep going. Dude, this will be like the decade of delays.
It certainly seems that way.
Right? I think that's how it's going to go. Well, yeah, we'll see. But let's get going. It's Black Panther game reportedly in development with EA as the publisher. Man.
Okay.
Let's get into it. This comes from
Well, they do have the coffers to put behind this.
Oh man, they do, right? This is over at VG 24/7. It sounds like EA is publishing a video game all about Black Panther, one that sees the player becoming a new version of the character. The trailer uses Marvel's Marvel's Avengers trailer. Just giving you a heads up. That's the only thing that's out there, really, that's game related for Black Panther, because there is no game on Black Panther. Are you a little surprised at all?
I am kind of surprised that hasn't happened already. Or at least when the first Black Panther film came out, it blew up the internet. Everybody was alight with excitement. I'm surprised there was no game that came out of that one.
Dude, it was cool. I liked it. But the report comes from Giant Bomb's Jeff Grubb during his Game Mess Mornings podcast, claiming that the Black Panther game is currently in early development. The internal name for the project is Project Rainer and is being developed by a new studio led by former Monolith production studio head Kevin Steffens. Yo, that's exciting. That's a new studio for me, because the only other studio I trust over there at EA right now, honestly, is Respawn.
Yeah, that's the big name when it comes to me. That's what
Absolutely.
I think.
But the
Respawn is only so big; they can only work on so much.
Well,
and it's not going to be Titanfall as much as I want it to be.
It keeps haunting your dreams, doesn't it, Scott?
Oh, every time I play a fast shooter. I was looking at Ghost Runner the other day, and I thought, oh man, that was just as fast as Titanfall 2.
That's funny. The big open world Black Panther game, as described by Grubb, will see the player taking up the mantle of the superhero after the previous incarnation dies. Wow. Apart from that, details are otherwise slim on the title, but it does sound like it will be a single player title, a departure from EA's previous live service leanings, because single player games are dead according to EA. We'll see how that continues on. This will obviously be the first time the character has a video game entirely dedicated to them, but isn't the first time they've appeared in a game. That's right, because they did appear in Marvel's Avengers, Black Panther over there, and he was a cool character too. I really did actually like him, and he's in Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 3. So there's taking that as a note. If you haven't played, I haven't played that one. Did you play that one, Scott?
No, I haven't played that one. I haven't played any Marvel vs. Capcom or anything in a long time.
Ooh, yeah, no, I haven't played anything like that in forever. But so the War of Wakanda DLC was one of the best things to come to Marvel's Avengers. And then after that, there's been nothing like it. That's just gone.
Still haven't played that game, and at this point, I'm just gonna not.
Just skip it. Yeah, unfortunately,
I look at Guardians of the Galaxy, and it
so
just
hard.
seems to be better in every aspect.
You'll probably enjoy that better. Fair to say. It's so disappointing. I cannot believe where our Avengers is at right now in the world of video games. Especially for Marvel's Avengers, because the potential behind that, dude, the library of characters and the way they could roll that out. But yeah, War of Wakanda was fantastic. The DLC there was amazing. Playing as Black Panther was super cool. It had a wicked moveset. I'm curious to see what adaptations EA is going to pull over. Dude, you got to be worried though when it comes to, hey, it's an EA title.
I hope you just have to present your credit card for it once. That's the kind of EA games that I appreciate. Right before the download begins.
Yeah, you want new clause? Get out your credit card.
Yeah, well, there's a huge industry there. I make jokes, but that is out there for somebody.
Well, it has to be done with taste, Scott. And EA is not known for being delicate when it comes to microtransactions. That's the biggest thing, right? You got to do it with a sense of player want, and not just go, hey, if you want to play more of the game, show me your credit card. And that's what EA has been known for. That honestly, that's what it is. They've been noticed for the loot box fiasco, and just even when what was it, Battlefront, when that first came out, in order to play that, like, yo, you had to buy this, that, and everything else in order just to continue on in the game. It was ridiculous.
Battlefront, you could play the game, but you couldn't be any of the characters you wanted to be.
Yeah.
Without putting in thousands of hours of play. It just was mathematically impossible. EA is known for doing these kind of, they put it behind a grind and they offer you the shortcut, which makes sense in some regards, but it has to really be worth it for that grind.
Yeah, so we'll see. Single player game though, Scott. EA looking like they're eating their own words after saying that single player is dead. It's kind of ironic, isn't it? Funny how it comes
I
around
think
full circle.
I think that was just a big feedback test because they got their feedback.
Oh man! And what was they posted a tweet the other day too? I don't want to get into that. I'm excited regardless. It's Black Panther. It's, I think, well overdue now to have a Black Panther solo game.
Oh yeah, open world though.
Yeah. So fast travel points got to be in there, right? You got to have some kind of fast travel system. You got to be able to make it through the world. Like, what do you want from a Black Panther game?
Yeah, that's true. I say open world, but I don't really know if that's good or bad. I can't think of much.
I kind of feel more of like an Arkham Asylum experience. You know what I mean with Black Panther? Yeah, open areas, but still tight quarters. So I'm not all over the place. Like he's not gonna be swinging through the streets. Like that's just not Black Panther style.
Does he? I was gonna say, does he even have a mobility thing? Does he run really fast? I'm thinking of
he's got some
Infinity War or Civil War.
He's got some speed behind him, but he's not like the Flash. Well, that's DC obviously as well, but you know what I mean, right? Like he's not gonna whip across the place. He's not swinging across like Spider-Man. Like there's just I don't know. Open world could be cool, but at the same time is a little too much.
Or is he gonna get into a Batmobile and it becomes a tank warfare game? People did not really appreciate the Arkham Knight for that one.
I hated driving around in that thing. I was not feeling it. It was clunky, weird controls and stuff. It's just not how you think it would line up, and it didn't really compute. I didn't.
Oh, the part with me is that doesn't he not kill anybody? Why is he using a tank?
Apparently not. Yeah. No, they
doesn't seem like the right tool for the job.
It's all sleeping gas, Scott. Who else is sleeping though? Seems to be Ubisoft lately, as Roller Champions is not canceled, but Ubisoft is delaying the next season. Comes from Andy over PC Gamer. Ubisoft has issued a formal denial of a rumor claiming that its free-to-play roller derby game Roller Champions will soon be canceled, saying it, quote, fully supports, end quote, the game. However, it will delay the start of the next season while it works on a few features and fixes aims at addressing player concerns. The rumor of, we covered the rumor yesterday. This came from the looming demise of Jeff Grubb, apparently over on the Xbox Era podcast. So Jeff Grubb strikes again. Dude, he hit us up with the first story and he hit us up with this one, apparently. So we'll see what happens now. But yeah, dude, the game at the end of the day, as we talked about, was out for like...
His apartment's probably bugged.
It's got to be wired. So yeah, the game is not delayed. Scott, you got to be a little bit excited because I know this is good.
I am very relieved to hear about that, actually. Yeah, it's a small, silly, simple game, but I've had a lot of enjoyment out of it, and I want to keep playing. They had a little bit of a disco kind of theme going on with the event, and I thought, this is great. There's a lot of places this could go.
Yeah, we've seen studios kill their games early, but I thought this would have been a first because it literally just launched.
Yeah, so, man. It's like,
wow.
It could have ended up like Lawbreakers, but I'm glad this one is enduring a little bit further.
Yeah, no, it's so it's not going anywhere. Like Scott said, there is a disco fever in the flux right now and stuff like that. So there's stuff to still play if you want to play it. I honestly, dude, you're the only person I know who's playing this game.
Yeah, I've been trying to get people into it, but it hasn't been successful yet.
I gotta ask, did you download Hunt?
You know what? I can't actually remember. I think I did because Nate and Kyle were asking me to.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they were also asking me about For Honor, and there's a third one in there too.
For Honor? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a whole mess of new characters that have been added. I think they're going to Egypt now, actually.
It's dude, so For Honor I watched from afar. I love that game. I think it's super cool, but for me to get back into it now, I think there's going to be a massive learning curve to kind of pick up the reins where I left off so long ago. Like I haven't played that game in a year and a half, and they just constantly updated. They launched another hero class. So there's somebody else now you can dive into as well. Man, they just keep it going. It's funny because they got their own little community over there for Ubisoft with For Honor, and I think it's doing well. And I commend them for keeping that thing alive. It's cool. It's so cool, dude.
Yeah, they found a way. They found a way to doing it. And looking back throughout our own history and picking out kind of Ultimate Warriors, Deadliest Warrior. It's like that TV show way back in the day. You remember Deadliest Warrior? That's
Absolutely.
basically how the game plays out. It's amazing.
It's so funny. Dude, let's get into what Gollum's up to, as he's going to be sleeping for a few more months. The Lord of the Rings Gollum has been delayed by a few months. This comes from Rick over at PC Gamer. The Lord of the Rings Gollum Deluxe, a stealth platformer centered around the series' most conflicted character, has been delayed by a few months. Originally slated to launch on the 1st of September. So, dude, you thinking, like, let's finish the article and then I'll ask my question. Today, Delic announced that the game's launch has been pushed back, although the studio didn't specify a new release date. Quote, over the last few years, our team has been working hard to bring you a remarkable story in a breathtaking world filled with magic and wonder, end quote, reads a statement posted on the game's official Twitter account. Quote, that said, in order to deliver the best possible experience, we have decided to push the release of Lord of the Rings Gollum by a few months, end quote. Scott, a few months, early 2023?
Yeah, it certainly would seem that. Yeah, that makes it sound like a whole quarter.
Yeah.
And September being the 9th month, that would push it right to the end of the year or very early next year. Do you think they do a January, February kind of release window? That becomes a very popular month.
It has been as of late, right? Like, I think you got to watch it because January, people are catching up from the holidays. Their credit card's already maxed, that kind of thing, right? So you got to be mindful. Typically, January has maybe 1 or 2 bangers in there that you go, oh man, I'm going to get that one. But February seems to be where everybody's like, okay, here goes, and dumping all the games in there. And you got to pick and choose what you're going to play, right? Dude, I'm really looking forward to Gollum. I think this game looks incredible. From the moment I saw it, I was like, yo, I got to play this. And of course, Scott, it's our style, dude. It is a stealth platformer. I am so down to play this thing, but I think it is going to be an early Q1 game. I don't think we're going to get it this year at all now that they have pushed it a few months. I don't see them launching. Could they launch it in December? Do you think they'll launch it right before the holidays?
It could be possible, but I feel like they would want to put a defined date on there. If they had a plan to do it, I think they would have led with a date. Because without one, it's kind of, I lose some confidence in it. How do they not know to give us an accurate kind of window, month?
Yeah. Did you see the commercials for the Lord of the Rings new TV series that's coming out?
No, actually, I haven't.
Yo, check that out.
I've seen it talked about because Twitter is a constant raging tire fire. So I've seen it talked about, but I have not watched it myself, actually.
We'll be watching it.
There's only one thing that I'm curious about with this Gollum. Can I mute Gollum?
Probably not.
I'm so tired of that Gollum voice, just like Borat's voice. I can't.
You just can't do
too
it
much. No, I've experienced it for too long.
Now this is coming. Let's see. There was a PC Gamers preview on the game, so you are able to check that out as well. But from the trailer and everything that I've seen, and dude, I can't wait. I'm definitely curious. Platform's probably going to be next gen. If they're pushing it, do they hold back though, Scott, or do they push it completely to next gen only?
I think pushing it to next gen would be the right decision on this one because it's Lord of the Rings. It's something that could demand that much power, and it's a big name behind it. It could secure that funding to do it.
Absolutely, no, for sure. I think that would be a great idea to move it to next gen only. But
the Warner Brothers did the Shadow of Mordor, and those were amazing games. I don't think they had the funding that they deserved, really.
Nah, that's fair, dude. That Nemesis system, like, where is that?
Oh, it was bought up and locked in a vault.
EA buy it. Xbox Series X and S. Shots fired at EA today. Sorry about that. I'm just a little bitter. I don't know why. Honestly, I do like some of EA's stuff. Like, I love Respawn. I think they're fantastic.
We'll see how that NHL 23 looks. Getting a little bit of an update on that shortly.
I believe we might. But the Xbox Series X and S is getting a shorter boot time in its latest update. Matt Brown over at Windows Central. What you need to know. Here's a short form note. Scott, you ready? Microsoft has trimmed up the startup animation for the Xbox Series X and S. Dude, I just put my thing into sleep mode anyways.
I turned mine off after sleep mode gave me some issues with the Xbox One.
Really?
Connection kind of things, yeah.
Mine's always like on. It's just and I'm up. So the fact that they're updating that, it's also in the Xbox Insider program. So that's where things are going. But it's shortened. The boot screen stays 5 seconds from its existing counterpart. Okay, displaying it uses the energy save mode or cold booting your Xbox. So Microsoft plans to shorten the time spent waiting for your Xbox console to boot, with testing underway on a new startup animation having seconds across Xbox Series X and Series S
you know,
consoles.
I hope it's the original Xbox, the Glob.
Dude,
Do you remember that Glob intro?
No. The Xbox Series X and S launched with the startup animation in 2020, fading in the new Xbox logo against a soft soundscape. The 9-second clip has been cut to 4 seconds in new pre-release builds, reducing the overall startup time to 15 seconds. This came from The Verge. So, and of course, they also adding in Discord, Scott. I think that's more the highlight there. Well, what is up, your Doom guy? Nate joins us over on Twitch. Warner Brothers put a patent on the Nemesis system, sadly. I know, dude. I get why, but man, they've never used it since. Like, thanks.
Yeah, start selling it. Start selling it out then.
Absolutely, dude. They can make money with that. Come on, that one hurts. But
Assassin's Creed, come on, Ubisoft, make that purchase.
Yo, I'm so heavily invested in the world of Assassin's Creed right now. Here's my problem. I get so far, Scott, and I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm done. It is beeline the story. I'm gonna bypass all the side crap, and then I'm about half hour in, and I go sideways. I was like, damn it! I had a plan. Oh yeah, very bad, very bad.
That's long been known.
Yes, that's very true. But dude, let's get in the world of Halo for a quick sec. We got a bit more time here. Halo Infinite campaign co-op won't support online matchmaking. More woes in the world of Halo, Scott, just nonstop. This comes from Tom Ivan over at VGC. It means players who don't have a friend to play with will need to seek out a teammate themselves using other channels. Quote, online matchmaking will not be available with final co-op, end quote, a Microsoft spokesperson told Games Radar. Quote, we encourage you to continue to use the Halo LFG and the new Discord voice call feature on Xbox to find players to party up with as you continue playing the beta, end quote. 343 Industries provided the first look at Halo Infinite's campaign co-op, as well as its mission replay system in an hour-long preview video. So there is that out there for you to take a look at. Scott, more trouble in the world of Halo, my friend.
Yeah, it's curious problem. I wonder why. There's no matchmaking. But as they say, there are other channels to use. You're gonna these LFGs, these looking for game channels, are gonna read a little bit more like a Tinder bio now when people are trying to attract a co-op team buddy. But I do know I've had a lot of experience with that system actually in Friday the 13th. We're going back 5 years now, probably. But Friday the 13th had no matchmaking right out of the box. It was just broken. It didn't work. So everybody that ever played, which was myself for probably 100 hours, used the LFG systems to kind of fill it up. You just iHost, put an ad, it fills up. So I think with something as large as Halo, there's not going to be a real issue.
Dude, it's just
just a curious choice at some point.
Especially this late in the game, right? Like this isn't an early thing that they've been looking at or like configuring what they're going to be doing here. This has been around now in development forever at this point. Yeah. Halo has just had a great start launching the multiplayer, and then from there it tapered off. Then they come back around, launch the single player. That was great for a week tops. That fade off. Great. And now where are we? And it's just like one guided misstep after another. And it's just like, yo, here, you want to know how you bring Halo back, Scott? Give it back to Bungie.
Oh man.
That's honestly, dude, at this point, which I don't think Bungie will ever take it back. Obviously, they'll never get it back.
Bungie left a love letter in the form of Halo Reach, and then passed the keys over. And 343 has done a great job with the Master Chief Collection, and I really appreciate Halo 4. Halo 5 wasn't everybody's cup of tea, but I thought it was a lot of content there.
I enjoyed it, but yeah,
I enjoyed it.
And I've enjoyed Halo Infinite as well, but just this the weird rollout system is just one fumble over another, dude. It's like they're tripping over their own feet every time they come out with more content.
I'm afraid everything that Bungie touches is going to have way too much of a looter shooter thing behind it now.
I'm really excited to see what they create next. I think that's the biggest thing for me. Where do we go next? I tried getting back into Destiny 2. I'm so far gone. I cannot catch up to that game. I just can't. There's so much mystery and things that I just don't understand what's happening that I'll have to read like for the next month and a half to figure out what to just try and catch up. Like it's just
no, and all the different names and the different factions too. It feels like I'm reading out of a Warcraft book. So it's it's not exactly easy to follow either.
No, but what is easy to follow, Scott, is we have a game announcement and a release for today. What do we have?
We have the Season Pass for Sniper Elite 5 launching. This is called Landing Force.
Nice.
New mission and weapons pack launched on all platforms. Flooded Village multiplayer map available for free to all players now. Hey, I've been out of Sniper Elite 5 for a couple weeks now. I think it's time to roll back in.
We should jump back in. I'm down for that.
Oh, yes. The brand new Landing Force mission is inspired by the movie The Guns of Navarone. Oh, I really like that movie. Set on an island off the coast of southern France. The Nazis have installed a huge gun battery into the mountainside, which is preventing the Allies from invading the south of France. I believe this is based on a real military operation back in the day.
There we go.
It was 80 years ago, but that's amazing. And that was a very solid movie, too. Now we also have one game release, and that is Story of Seasons Pioneers of Olive Town on PlayStation 4.
Fair enough. Scott, what else is out today, though, is the new map for Hitman 3. That is also out there, but I missed it just at the last minute as we went live. And I was like, well, I'll just mention it later. So, I got to jump back into Hitman 3. Are you jumping back in with me?
Yeah. Oh, I haven't beaten that one. I have to put some time into that one. Man. I know. I've got a huge backlog.
Absolutely massive. That's the problem. But Scott, dude, just like that, our show is done already. Everybody, thank you for hanging out with us. This has been ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news. You can always join us live at 11 a.m. Eastern over on twitch.tv/the official ITG, as well as YouTube at ITG Reviews. But if you can't join us live, hit us up later inside the game.ca podcast services and TV streaming networks around the globe. Till tomorrow, I'm Drew, that's Scott. We'll see you inside the game.